Hi there, crafty friends. Welcome and thank you for joining me. My name is Melissa Miller. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southern California. And today I want to make a couple cards using our new tree lot dies. I love these dies. When I first saw these dies, I wanted them for the trailer. So we will be using the two dies out of here. And you can get these dies by making a qualifying purchase out of our annual catalog or our new mini holiday catalog. They are in our celebration brochure. So for every $50 or $100 you spend, you can choose a free item. And here they're showing a Christmas card, but I wanted to do a summer type card because I am still in a summer type mode. So we're going to go ahead and do that. First, I want to show you what other items we are using. I used my blue foils. Now the blue foils are retired, but I want to do a giveaway. So I will choose one person on July 31st that leaves a comment, and I will send you some of this foil. We will also be using our Oceanfront stamp set. I will be using this image here. And then from our Paradise Palms stamp set, I will be using the palm trees and the sentiment. Hope you find a little paradise wherever you may be. And then I will also be using our Grassy Grove stamp set, and I am going to be using the trees out of that. And then we will also be using our Deckled Rectangles dies. I will be using the two largest for that. Lots and lots of items today. We have to use up what we have. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we are going to be doing our backgrounds, and we will be doing some ink blending. I've got Crumb Cake, Old Olive, and Pool Party. So I am in a different location today. I'm in a different area, so I am also using my older stamp pads, but they are all the same colors that you can purchase online. And let's get started. We've got our two backgrounds here. Not a whole lot of ink blending, just enough to give it a little bit of color. So let's go ahead and get started with our Crumb Cake first. And when you do your ink blending, you always want to kind of tap that off on your scrap paper so you don't get a blob on your background that you're working on. And we don't need a whole lot of color, just a little bit. Because as far as I'm concerned, the trailer is the star of the show here. So we're just doing a little bit of a background here. Then we will bring in our pool party for the sky. Just get that nice and colored there. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to stamp over this. So I think that's probably good for our first one. Let's work on our second one. And for our second one, I am using Old Olive. So just kind of stamp off. And then get a little bit of color on there. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Bring in our Pool Party for the sky on this one also. Kind of looks like a hot mess right now, but it will look better after we stamp on it, I promise. All right, let's move these aside. I don't need the pool party any longer. And here is our image from the Oceanfront stamp set. We're just going to ink that up, and we are going to stamp off because I don't want a real dark image on there. And we're just going to look through the stamp and kind of see where that green starts. And then we can stamp that. We're going to do that 3 more times. I just want it to have a little more character. I don't want the background to be too plain. So there we go, just like that. So now I'm just going to put a little Stampin' Mist on my rag here so I can clean this off for our next card. But let's bring in our trees first. So we're going to ink these up. And we will stamp off, and then I am going to wipe off the tree trunks because I don't need those in my background. And we're just going to stamp that just like that. And then we'll do it again. I don't want too dark of an image here. There we go. And that background is done. So let's go ahead and move on to our beachy background. And we're going to do the same thing with that Oceanfront stamp, only we're going to do it in the Crumb Cake. And you can just look through there and see where the brown starts. Perfect. And then we'll do the same thing 2 more times. And I'm just rotating the stamp as I go so I get a different look each time I stamp it. There we go. Perfect. And now let's do our palm trees. And I'm also going to stamp off on these because I don't want a real dark image. So let's put those right there. And then again on the other side. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and do our sentiment. So for my sentiments, I am bringing in, oops, sorry about that, Night of Navy and Bermuda Bay. And I wanted to do my inking first because last night when I did my sample, the Night of Navy took a little while to dry and I don't want it to smear. But let's do our Bermuda Bay first. And we're just going to do a little sample down here just to make sure we get it straight. Let's bring that in. How about right there? You know what? I need to bring it down a little so I can see it. Perfect. Let me clean this off so I can do my Night of Navy. Oops. All right, and a little sample. Good. And then we're going to stamp it right about there. Hopefully it's straight, and that looks perfect. Okay, so we're gonna set these aside so they can dry. And then we are going to start working on our trailer. Let me get all this put away so I don't stick my hand in it. Okay, so I've got all my pieces cut, and for my, you know what, let me clean my hand real quick here. I've got all my pieces cut. I did one trailer already, but I'm going to show you how I put together this one. So I used my Deckled Rectangles to do my background. But here we've got our trailer. I cut this out of white, and these dies work perfect in the mini cut and emboss machine. So I used my foil. I did this one in white, and we're going to save that little circle for our tire. And I did use adhesive sheets behind here. So we're going to take this off of here, get these out gently so we don't rip them. You know what? I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to take the backing off so we can get to this piece here. There we go. We're just going to take the backing off, and these come together so easily. You can just see where it lines up on there because we've got the embossed portions on our trailer there. We're just going to add this right to the bottom, and we can nudge it over a little bit before that adhesive sets, and that's perfect. And then we will put the top on there. Just like that. There we go. Perfect. And see, it's already coming together. That looks so cute. So for my little trailer hitch and my wheel here, what I did was I just took a little piece of paper, a little piece of the black, stuck it where I wanted to cut out the tire, and then ran it through my machine. So we're just going to trim that off with our scissors, because we want different colors. We don't want our trailer to be all the same. And then the same thing for the trailer hitch. I'm just going to cut that little bit of excess off, and then we can peel the adhesive sheet from behind the release paper. Get that off of there. We can place this right on our trailer. And that is so cute. I just love this. We like to go camping, and I can't wait to send these cards out to some of our camping group. We don't have a trailer anymore, but we did start out in a trailer. I don't know if you could call it camping because we are very spoiled. So let's add our little tire on there. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of glue, and this little white circle came out of the door on our trailer, and I'm just going to cut that in half. And that will fit perfect on there. And what I like to do is I just take a little bit of glue. I didn't have adhesive sheet on the back of that. I'll take a little bit of glue, and I'll just use my pokey tool here, and I will add some glue there so I can attach that white piece. And then I'll just wipe that off. And we will just put this down there. Perfect. I'm just going to push it into place, and that won't go anywhere. That is perfect. It's on there. And then I wanted to show you. So this was the piece that cut out our accents. And when you cut that out, you get this little strip here. And we are going to cut that strip and use that for our door handle. And I'm just going to use a little tiny piece of it. Let's see if we can get the backing off. Perfect. So I am just going to cut a little tiny rectangle, and then I am going to add that rectangle to my door for my handle. Just like that. Isn't that cute? That is so adorable. I love that. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. Now for my window, you know, we have to do something behind the trailer so it looks like a window. I just took a piece of white cardstock and I colored it with my light pool party Stampin' Blend. And I used the larger end and just colored that. So let's add that on here. We're just going to put a little glue all the way around. And then we'll add that window. just like that. Perfect. That is so cute. I just love that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of clean up here a little bit, get our mess out of the way. And let's cut our backgrounds. They should be dry by now. So I'm going to take my second from largest deckled rectangle and I'm going to go cut these out and I will be right back. Okay, so that was super quick and easy. So now we can assemble our cards. I've got my card bases here. Let's go ahead and start. So we will put our backgrounds on dimensionals. I like a lot of dimension. I like to have everything popped up. I'll try not to go too crazy here. I know I usually use more than I need to. Same thing on the other one. And these cards really did come together quickly. I think the only thing that took the time was the die cutting. And it was super simple in my mini cut and emboss machine. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and add these to our layering piece. Oh, this one goes over here. And the color that I'm using for my layering is Bermuda Bay, same as the ink color that I used. And then the same thing over here, I've got Night of Navy, same as my sentiment. And we'll just center that on there. I really want to make a Christmas card with this, but I want it to be all white when I do it. So it looks like snow in the background all over everything. Let's go ahead and add dimensionals to our little trailer. We don't need a whole lot. That's probably more than I need, but I always do extra. Okay, so now for our trailer hitch, I am just going to cut a very thin strip of dimensional here. I don't want it to be too thick because I don't want it to show. So we're just going to do a very thin strip and then we can add that to the trailer hitch so it also stands up. So we're just going to go like that, place that on there. Oops, wrong side. Place that right like that, and then trim that off. Same thing on the other one. Just a thin little strip, and trim it off. Perfect. So now we can add our trailers. And this one I did out of the darker foil, and then our silver foil. I will have everything linked in the description. So let's add our trailers. I love Celebration. They always have so many neat items that you can earn. So let's put that right there between our trees. Perfect. Oh, you know what? I forgot to take the backing off. There we go. We got the backing off of there. Okay, let's add our blue, light blue or teal, kind of Bermuda Bay. It's not really Bermuda Bay though. I think this foil is more of a coastal cabana, but I like it with the Bermuda Bay. There we go. And we will add that right here. Perfect. And now we can add these to our card bases. So we're just going to bring in some of our liquid glue and add these. There we go. And we can move it around so it's nice and centered. perfect. Same thing with our other one. Add that. And now all we have to do is add our embellishments, our bling. And so for my bling, I am bringing in our new red and green adhesive backed pearls. And these are really faint. These are really light. So I'm going to use the light blue on the Bermuda Bay card here. And we're just going to do odds like we usually do. I'll do 5, put 1 down here. Just scatter them. However it's pleasing to your eye is what you want to do. I think I want 1 down here. And then another one, how about right there? Perfect. So there's 1 card done. So let's move on to our other card. And I'm going to use the silver on this because I've got the silver accents on my trailer. So we're just going to add those. I think right there is probably good. That has a little bit of adhesive showing. There we go, we got it. Here's 1 more. That's 4 and 5. So there you go. These are my cards for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to comment because I will be doing my drawing on July 31st. And then just to show you, you can make any color trailer that you want. When I first got this, that's what I did was I just sat down and I made a whole bunch of trailers in all different colors and they are all so cute. I hope you enjoyed my video today. Please like, comment, and share. Have a great day. Bye-bye.